di atas eh wire yang itu yang itu dari caranya.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start our conference in a moment. The conference will start at 8:05. We kindly invite all participants to enter the auditorium. To start off, please welcome to the dance performance from the Students Institute of Technology. Please welcome the dance performance from students of Institute Technology. Our distinguished guest, Director of Institute Technology Del, Dr. Arnaldo Marulito Sinaga, STM Infotech, the Dean of the Faculty of Informatics and Electrical Engineering, Mr. Indra Hartarto Tambunan, PhD, ICT Chairperson, Mr. Denny Parlindungan Lumbantoruan, STMN, PhD. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to inform you that this conference is supported by Mariana Foundation, PT Parna Raya, Mandiri, Lenovo, Citos, Egov Center Dell Institute of Technology, and Dell FM. Horas. Good morning and welcome to the auditorium of Institute Technology Dell. November the 8th, 2023, we are gathering here to attend the International Conference on Computer Science and Information Technology IEEE 2023 ICT. The seminar today will be divided into 5 sessions. The first 3 sessions at the presentations are the presentations from our keynote speakers who are Mr. Professor Josabat Tetukot Srisumantio, PhD, Mr. Dr. Yan Sadeng, and Mr. Sharbedi. The fourth session will feature parallel presentations, and the fifth session will be the technical session. Therefore, we hope that all of you will stay with us or the participants in this event to the end.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome collaborative performance of the Student Institute Technology.
Kala ko ikaw yung sa Sambales ngayon. Si Yelena.
Singing the national anthem, Indonesia Raya. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the welcoming speech from the Chair of the Organizing Committee, Mr. Denny Lumbantoruan. To Mr. Denny Lumbantoruan, we invite to come forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished colleagues and friends, it is a great pleasure and immense pride that I stand before you today as the chair of International Conference on Telecommunication. The ICT is being held today in the enchanting surrounding of Toba hinterland, Indonesia. The overreaching theme that will be guide us passion deliberation throughout this conference is next generation telecommunication for digital inclusion and universal access. I would like to express my deepest gratitude for your presence at this gathering, as well as for unwavering support that has made this event possible. Our keynote speakers, Prof. Josapa Tetuko, that's now joined in Zoom, from Chiba University, Dr. Yan Shadeng from King College London also joined with us in Zoom, via Zoom. And Pak Sarbeni from Huawei Indonesia now joined with us, are exceptional individuals whose expertise and insight will undoubtedly enrich our understanding of the ever-evolving landscape of telecommunication. I'm equally delighted to announce that we have a technical session that will be conducted by Professor Jaiprakash Verna from Nirma University, India, whose contribution to the field are highly regarded. This technical session promised to provide a deeper insight into the machine learning and its application in the future. Our journey towards this conference has been marked by dedication and scholarly endeavor. We received an impressive number of submissions, totally 101 papers, and following rigorous review, 52 papers were selected for presentation. This paper represents the collective wisdom and innovative thinking of researchers, academia, and professionals in the field of telecommunication from around the world. Our parallel session will provide a platform for these remarkable papers to be shared, discussed, and criticized. This will undoubtedly foster an environment of collaboration and exchange the ideas, further advancing the frontiers of telecommunication. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to all parties who have contributed to the success of this conference, particularly our sponsor, Mariana Foundation, PT Parnaraya, PT Bank Mandiri, PT Daya Mega Pratama, and Citos. Your support has made it possible for us to convene and discuss critical issues at the heart of the telecommunication industry right now. In closing, I would like to express my immense excitement for knowledge sharing and networking opportunities that this conference will offer. Together, we shall explore the possibilities and challenges within the realm of telecommunication with a keen focus on digital inclusion and universal access. I invite you all to actively engage in the discussion, share your insight, and leverage the expertise of our esteemed speakers and participants. Let us collectively shape the future of telecommunication and contribute to the world that is more connected, inclusive, and accessible to all. Thank you, and I wish you all a fruitful, inspiring international conference on telecommunication. And especially, I would like to ask our participants who join in Zoom, please come to Toba. Yeah, let's look at a scenery, a beautiful Toba. You have a time this year or next year. Thank you very much. Horace.
Thank you to Mr. Denny Lumbantoruan. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the welcoming remarks from Professor Hamid Akfami as the founder of ICT.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Hamid Akfami. I'm the co-founder of International Conference on Telecommunications. It is my pleasure to welcome you to 29th edition of ICT Conference. I and my co-founder, Professor Farrokh Marwasi, started ICT Conference in 1994, which was held in Dubai, Middle East. The second edition of ICT Conference was held in Bali, Indonesia in 1995. I would like to thank the members of organizing and technical committees, particularly Dr. Denny Lam Bantoran, for their hard work and dedication in organizing this year's conference. I would also thank each of you for your support in volunteering, submitting, and presenting your papers in the last 29-year RCT conferences. The next edition of RCT conference will be held in Jordan, Middle East in May 2024. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to invite you to submit and attend the next ICT conference. If you are interested in hosting future ICT conferences, please contact me by email. Enjoy this year's conference, and thank you.
Thank you to Professor Hamid Akfami. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next speech from Mr. Hadumanro Randani Malau STMC as a representative of the presenter. To Mr. Hadumanro Malau, please come forward.
Good morning to all the distinguished individuals that are coming to this morning conference, and also to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. It's also an honor for me also coming to all the way from London, University College London, and come to this distinguished conference. I'm such an honor, and I stand before you this morning at this prestigious international conference of telecommunications. I think this is a very crucial platform where the innovations convergence with our global challenges right now. This gathering not only signifies the convergence of brilliant minds that come into the research paper that they're gonna present today, but also highlights the paramount of significance telecommunications in saving our world future. As we step into the era defined by the rapid technological advancements, this ICT conference steps as a beacon guiding us through the labyrinth of opportunities and challenges that lie ahead in the world of ICT world. The very essence of these special events also extends beyond just meeting an expert, also present a paper, but it also symbolizes also about how the ideas, how the innovations, and how the collective gas can be harnessed to the potential of telecommunications for the betterment of the society itself. In the wake of digital resolutions and also the revolutions of digital communications, the implications of telecommunications extend far beyond communications. It touches every aspect of our lives, from healthcare to education, from commerce to governance. Hence, our discussions, presentation, and also collaborations through these conference activities from today until morning and tomorrow morning. It also holds the power of spirit of the landscape of tomorrow digital world of telecommunications. As we navigate also about the possibility of the challenge of telecommunications, The challenge becoming loom large, actually, if we realize the ever-evolving landscape of ICT demands our attention toward the cybersecurity, data privacy, and also the ethical use of the emerging technologies. Our collective responsibility is not merely to innovate, it's not just for the innovations, but also to do responsibly, ensuring that the technology we created are wielded for the greater good of society. Speaking specifically as invited guests to the audience gathered here at the ITDL conference, ITDL Indonesia in Toba, I'm very thrilled also to highlight about the potential collaborations between this very esteemed institution in Indonesia and also the University College London as one of the top university in the world. We can exchange our knowledge. We can be partner in research, and also we can collaborate in academic opportunities by bridging the expertise and also the resources from what ITDL have right now, and also the University College London. We can foster a new wave of innovations, of research, and also educational prospect in the field of the information communications and technology. The cultural exchange and synergy between these academic powerhouses in Indonesia and the UK will not only enhance the academic rigor, but also will lead to the practical solutions addressing global challenges in communications. As we progress to this conference, I encourage each of you who attend this conference, either on-site today and also by Zoom online, to engage, to keep challenging, and also keep looking for collaborations. The connections force here have the power to really drive the groundbreaking solutions and transform the landscape of ICT. Let us leverage this platform, this very esteemed platform, to shape our future of telecommunications, emphasizing not just the technical aspects, but also the ethical, which is very important, the societal, and also the global implications of our innovations that we presented today. For the end of my talk, I extend my gratitude also to all the members of the organizer of ICT conference, to all the participants, wherever you come from, and to the institutions, the ITDL, and all the sponsors involved for these momentous opportunities. Together, we'll steer the course of telecommunications towards a future where technology is not just advanced, but also inclusive, ethical, and force for positive change. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Haduman Romalau.
Last but not least, please welcome Director of Institute Teknologi Del, Dr. Arnaldo Marulitua Sinaga.
Good morning, everyone. Horas. Distinguished the keynote speakers, Prof. Yosafat Tetuko Sri Sumantio, Dr. Yansha Deng, our good friend Pak Syarbeni, the ICT co-founder, Prof. Hamid Afani, all participants, all guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our campus, Dell Institute of Technology, and to this 29th IEEE ICT conference. First, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you who sincerely committed to this event to make it a success. This event would have been impossible without the support of everyone, and it's a great pleasure for all your presence here during this conference. IEEE conference or ICT Indonesia is organized by the Institute of Research and Community Services, Dell Institute of Technology, with funding support from our co-host and sponsorship in the scheme of International Scientific Conference Assistance. Commitment to readiness to meet the new era has been attempted and materialized in the theme raised in this seminar, namely Next Generation Telecommunications for Digital Inclusion and Universal Access. Sustainable Development Goals talks about reducing disparities by focusing on digital inclusion and resilience to increase opportunities for safe access, provide opportunities for marginalized communities to pursue interest in digital learning pathways, and create a more sustainable digital future. We hope this conference becomes a tool for supporting the goals, producing best technology solutions which beneficial for industrial practice and improvement, and improving our understanding of sustainability efforts and digital social impact. This conference provides clear evidence that the Institute of Technology has a strong commitment to contribute positively to the development of human resources and education in Indonesia, with our jargon leader one step ahead. I ensure this event will be beneficial for everyone present here. Thank you, one and all. Have a great conference and discussion, and enjoy our campus. Thank you. Horas.
Thank you, Mr. Arnaldo Sinaga.
Director of ITDEL opens the 2023 IEEE International Conference on Computer Science and Information Technology, ICT.
So I now officially open this 29th IEEE ICT conference.
Thank you to Mr. Arnaldo Sinaga.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now entering the main agenda, which is the presentations of materials by some of our keynote speakers. This session will be led by Mr. Indra Tambunan. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Indra Tambunan.
Good morning. Morning. Yeah, how is it today? I would like to greet all of you, especially who are attending this on-site and also in Zoom for our special session, the main session of this conference. I'm sorry. I would like to greet all the keynote speakers first in the Zoom meeting. Our Professor Josawa Tetsuko from Japan.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, Pak Tamunan.
Ready, Prof?
Yes, ready, no problem. Yes.
Okay, and the second keynote speakers is Prof. Yan Sadeng from UK.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. Okay, and then I would like to welcome the next speakers. It's from Huawei. It's Mr. Sarbeni. I would like to welcome you to the front. Yeah. As the introduction to our keynote speakers, the first keynote speakers is Professor Josaphat Tetsuko. Is from Chiba University. I would like to read a little bit about his CV. He's from Bandung. Yeah. Even though he's living in Japan right now, but he's from Bandung, and his education from bachelor to master until the PhD, he received in Kanazawa University, and the last is from Chiba University. His specific research in remote sensing, and he is also involved in many research, even in the military of defense of Japan. So please give applause for our Professor Josaphat Tetsuko Sri Sumayanto. Yeah. He will talk about the development of microwave station for disaster on environment. So for these sessions, I will give time first to Professor Josaphat Tetsuko Sri Sumantyo. I will give the time. You have 15 minutes, and then we will have Q&A after the session. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, the moderator. Okay, as the introduction, my name is Josaphat Tetsuko Sri Sumantyo. You can hear my voice?
Yes,
Okay.
you can
Yeah,
hear
thank you very
clearly,
much.
Prof. Yes.
Okay, nice. Yeah. Okay. My affiliation is Center for Environmental Remote Sensing at Chiba University, and also Department of Electrical Engineering at Universitas 11 Maret Indonesia. Today I want to introduce you about what we are doing in my laboratory. Called is Josaphat Microwave Remote Sensing Laboratory, or Josaphat Laboratory in Chiba University, with the entitled and development of microwave sensor for the disaster and environmental monitoring. Okay, the content of my talk today is the background and the objective of my research, and then concept of the circularly polarized synthetic aperture radar, or CPSAR. It is in the radar that I developed, like shown here, for the drone, aircraft, high altitude platform system on the stratosphere SAR, and also the micro satellite. And then I want to show you about the system itself. I think it's briefly, it's not in detail, and the mission and roadmap, flight mission, image processing, and finally about the microsatellite on board CPSAR. Yeah, and also some application about synthetic aperture radar, including what we are doing at Toba area. Yeah. The background of my research is like shown here. Like we know that disaster like the landslide, earthquake, subsidence, and so on. It is frequently happens on the Earth's surface. Therefore, the all weather and night, daytime available accurate sensor is needed. And also, we are promoting the research and education on system, yeah, and application of the synthetic aperture radar. So for this purpose, is the objective of my research is in our laboratory, or Josaphat laboratory, we collaborate with the domestic and international institution to develop the multi-band synthetic aperture radar. Multi-band means we already developed the L, C, X, yeah, and now we are doing also on the K-band, yeah, K-band synthetic aperture radar, or SAR, or SAR, yeah, on board unmanned aerial vehicle or drone, aircraft, high altitude platform system, or hubs, yeah, or stratosphere platform, and also microsatellite, especially the I want to show you about like shown here. Yeah, we already developed on the Boeing 737 CN235 aircraft. It is our radar, and also from the Cessna 176 series, and also it is my drone when the wingspan is 6.6 meter. Yes, when the payload is 25 kilogram, and it is also our microsatellite. The concept of the circularly polarized synthetic aperture radar, like shown here, and this is my patent. We can prepare the transmitter with the right-handed circular polarization or left-handed circular polarization, and depend on the condition and the the angle or the surface of the object. Yeah, and so the wave on the electromagnetic will be scattered to be the left-handed circular polarization and right-handed circular polarization. By using this combination, is you can get, I think, is a different type of the image compared to the previous conventional synthetic aperture radar, or we call the linear polarization. So for the detail, as you can read my paper at the IEEE J-Star, and also my new book. It is just published by the CRC press last April. Yes, it is. You can find in detail about the theory of the wave propagation of circular polarization, how to design the synthetic aperture radar, and the hardware, and also how to do the ground test, flight test, and also the image processing. Use also including the code. Yeah, and the code you can find here in my book. And also finally is upon the application. Compared to the optic sensor is, it is affected by the cloud, mist, and also sometimes is, like the ash, like the volcanic ash. So in this case is, if you use my sensor on the CPSR, it is you can penetrate the cloud. So in this case is like Indonesia or especially at Toba area is sometimes is covered by the cloud. So if you use my sensor, it is within the cloud. It is very clear, and you can get the intensity, phase, and the polarization information. Okay, this is what we already developed in my laboratory. Yes, before the COVID, is we already finished some of the sensor, and now we develop for the drone, hubs, and also the micro satellite. And it is the roadmap in my laboratory. We already developed many type of multi-band synthetic aperture radar for the ground-based SAR. Yes, and also we have the ground station itself, the GMRS in my laboratory, and also for the aircraft, and it is already finished. And now we develop for the hubs, high altitude platform. When the one mission or one flight is you can do continuously for 6 months, and compared to the satellite, it is cost is very low, and you can do maintenance anytime, and I think it's more economical, efficient using the hubs. I hope until my retirement in 2035, I hope I can launch 5 of the micro satellite. Okay, for the application of the mission is you can use this CPSAR for the disaster monitoring. I think it's many type of the disaster, especially in Indonesia, in the earthquake, volcanic, and also volcanic activity, eruption, and the landslide. And the precursor. You can predict about the landslide. Like we already have the project with the Malaysian government to observe the landslide area along the Malay Peninsula. It is for the 5-year project in Malaysia. And the other one is for the natural resources observation. It is for the fishery and maritime observation. Now we also have the project for the oil spill monitoring. We developed the K-band synthetic aperture radar, and we want to put on the platform, offshore platform of the Pertamina at the Kepulauan Seribu. And the other one is the search and rescue. You can put in the unmanned aerial vehicle, and then you can observe even in heavy rain and cloud and harsh environment. You can do using this CPSAR. And the other one is the CPSAR can penetrate the vegetation. So in this case, you can get the object inside the forest. And sometimes under subsurface, you can also get the information. And the other one is for home security and anti-terrorism mission, and other one is the infrastructure monitoring, like we already has done at Malaysia for the highway observation, and railway, electricity transmission line, and also dam and housing area. You can monitor the landslide on the subsidence. It is the product of the synthetic aperture that we already developed, and it is the first image of the synthetic aperture radar using the circular polarized. So it is very detailed, when the resolution is 37.5 centimeter. And from the book itself, on the this one is for the microsatellite SAR. You can find my book or chapter in here, radar remote sensing, and for the airborne is in my book. And for the drone SAR is you can also find in this book published by the Springer and also the Elsevier. Okay, and compared to another synthetic aperture radar, on the conventional one is by in the DLR Germany, NASA, America, and also Japan is JAXA, and so on. All is linear polarization. And it is my original synthetic aperture radar is called the circularly polarized synthetic aperture radar, and already installed in CN235 aircraft and Boeing 737. Okay, I want to show you, this is what we already did with my student and staff at Indonesia. Yes, did flight test using the Cessna 176 series, yeah, at Adi Sucipto, Yogyakarta. And we also developed the material we call and the poly material. It is very light, like the styrofoam. Yes, but the strengthness is like the steel. It is very good. Yes, and now we use this one is for our new drone. Yes, when the waistband is 6.6 meter is use this material, and the penetration of the wave is very nice. So in this case, is you can meet the drone that is very strong to the weather. Even it's very heavy rain, you can use this material. And it is the synthetic aperture that we developed on the CN235. It is the antenna is developed by my student, and it is the system that when we install in CN235 the aircraft. And we did some experiment with and we touched the radome, yes, test for the ground test, and it is the first image of the circular polarized synthetic aperture radar. It is in the city of the Makassar at the southern part of the syllabus, and you can find it is the image without the filtering. Even without the filtering process is already is very nice. Yeah, with the 37.5 resolution. And comparing the optical camera, it is covered by the cloud, but my radar is you can get is very clear. And okay, now the images, yes, and it is full polarimetric using the left-handed and right-handed polarization. Okay, it is just some example, yes, and also we do for observation of the illegal fishing or illegal ship, yes, and it is very nice, and you can get find the information of the when the ship is installed in the telecommunication system, especially in the antenna. Yeah, it is in the scattering of the antenna. And we developed the microsatellite with my student here. My student is come from many countries. Yes, for example, this one is from Pakistan, Japan, and Indonesia, Brazil, and also from Malaysia. I hope some of you, the student from, especially from the Institute of Technology, you can enroll to my laboratory and you can learn in my laboratory. Yes, it is. I think it's in the world. Yes, we are to initiate the first of the microsatellite SAR is in my laboratory or Yosafat laboratory. Okay, finally, maybe around 5 minutes. Yes, I want to show some application, especially from the synthetic aperture. You can get the image, information of the intensity, phase, and polarization. Yes, and then you can process and you can get some information. For example, from the phase, first the coherent analysis. Just to image before and after the earthquake, you can compare and you can get the information of the coherent analysis, and you can find which area in the housing is destroyed by the earthquake. Yeah, the red one is very bad. Coherency. It means the the house is broken by the earthquake. It is I have the example of the Central Java earthquake. Yes, that you can mapping the infected area. Yes, it's very soon. Yeah, and the other one is also the interferometric. Yes, it is you can compare two images. Yeah, before and after the earthquake, for example, on the lab subsidence. Yeah, and you can read from the detail about this equation in my in my paper published in IEEE Transaction on Geoscience and Remote Sensing. And yes, it is on the cover of this magazine. IEEE is also my research. For the detail is okay, I will skip and just to image, yeah, to image, and you can compare first, yeah, and then you can extract the interferogram like this one, and you can extract the pattern of the orbit of the satellite, and you can get this pattern. If no change, as you can extract by yourself the digital elevation model. If your hobby is climbing the mountain, if you don't have the new contour of the the mountain, you can use this technique and you can extract the most region of the DEM, and you can get the the most accurate DM. But if some information change, yes, about the land surface, as you can extract about the land deformation pattern, yes, like this one, and using the unwrapping, and you can extract the real how many centimeter or how many millimeter, subside or uplift, yeah, or change of the land surface. For example, it is as I analyze of the Jakarta city, which area is subsidence. Yeah, for example, this one. Why in the infrastructure crack? Yes, it is as you can derive using the this interferometric chart. And why this area is flat? Yeah, because subsidence. Yeah, so you can extract by using this synthetic aperture data too. And the new area it is reclamated. Sorry, how many minutes again? Yeah.
Yeah, you still have 1 minute to 2 minutes, Prof.
Okay. Yes. Okay. I will skip some slide. Thank you very much. Yes, and it is the subsidence, and also you can extract the thickness of the volcanic ash. Yeah, and it is subsidence of the Lapindo area. You can read in my paper too. Is in IEEE TGRS, and it is my equation how to extract the volume. Yeah, volume of the mud flow, yes, at the Lapindo area at Sidoarjo. It is current of the spotted mud flow equation, and it is the volcanic ash thickness is you can also extract using this technique. Yeah. Okay, and the other one is the PS INSAR, permanent scatter interferometric SAR. Is if you want to know about the speed of the land deformation. Yeah, for example, it is Bandung City, with the the speed is in 1 year is 15 centimeter. Yeah, in 1 year is in this area, in the southern part of the Bandung, it is Dayakolot and Cimahi area, and in the northern part of Jakarta also happen. Yeah, you can read in my book paper in IEEE GRSL. Yes, okay, this one is one the detailed one, and finally upon the polarimetric sum. Polarimetric sum, you can extract the volume, scattering, double bounds from the infrastructure, and also from the surface scattering. Yes, and also from the volume scattering, and it is one example about the Tobalik. Yes, I think Institute Technology Dell is around this area. Yes, and volumetric SAR is to extract the the forest. Yeah, and double bound is from the infrastructure like the house. Yes, and the other one in the surface scattering, and the blue one, this is from the paddy field and some of the flat area like the Bandara Silangit is also here is also the surface scattering. Yes, by using this one is I think you can extract, for example, the forest area from the carbon business as you can use this technique. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for the invitation, and I hope you can learn what from what we are doing in my laboratory or your Safari laboratory. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Prof. Let's give you applause for Prof. Tetsuko. Yeah. I'm sorry, Prof. Maybe a little bit change in the schedule. We will have the Q&A session after all the presenter of the keynotes will speak. Is
Okay,
it
no
okay,
problem.
Professor Josawat?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. The next keynote speakers we have is from UK, London. Yeah, she is a wireless communication expert. She's been in the field of exemplary reviewers of IEEE transaction and communication since 2016. Let's welcome Prof. Yansa Deng from King's London, UK. You have 15 minutes, and then after that, we will go to the next presenter. I give time for Prof. Yansa Deng.
Yeah, thank you very much. Hope you can hear me clearly. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for the kind invitation, and it is my pleasure to give the keynote talk today. And I sorry that I cannot be there in person, and hopefully you will enjoy the talk. So today I'm going to talk about a very specific topic on task and goal-oriented communication for 6G, and it's an emerging topic in the 6G. So with the arrival of emerging devices, as you can see, we have the XR devices, UAVs, and many other devices, autonomous vehicles. The traditional bit-oriented communication framework is approaching the Shyamalan limit and fails to guarantee the massive amount of transmission with the latency requirements. So in order to exploring the context of data, importance to the task, there is an emerging topic on this task-oriented semantic-aware communication focused on both the semantic level and the effectiveness level in the 6G network. And until now, we don't have such a kind of explicit and a systematic communication framework incorporating both levels. And I will give details of this later on. So traditionally, the channel has been mostly focusing on the level A problem, which is a technical problem, and it focuses on how accurately can the symbols of communication be transmitted. And we have little research on the semantic problem in level B, and the effectiveness problem in level 3. In the level B, we look at how precisely do the transmitted symbols convey the desired meaning. And the last level 3, we need to see how effectively can the transmission be done for the task or goal-oriented communication. And inspired by this, we would like to look at how to focus on the goal of the communication for specific task, and we want to reduce the information we are transmitting and only transmit those important and relevant information. And here is one of the example we provided here. In our magazine paper, we actually propose a generic task-oriented and semantic-aware communication framework for various tasks with diverse data types. And this include the semantic level information and the effectiveness level performance metric. And as you can see here, in this framework, it will include many different kinds of emerging data. Of course, we have the traditional data such as speech data, text data, image data, but we also have emerging data such as avatars, 3D video, haptic data, control and command data, and machine learning models. So for these different data, it will correspond to different tasks. For example, you have you can look at the text data with speech recognition task. And if you look at the image data, you're probably interested in the semantic information as the skeleton of the key points of the face as semantic information for recovery. And you can also find other data that are less well known, and we don't know what are the semantic information and how to extract the semantic information for the sake of goal of communications. And if we look at the last one, which is the machine learning models, where we see many works, federated learning, speed learning, and the neural network models are transmitted over the network. And how to transmit those data efficiently is another problem. So I would like to focus on one example of task-oriented semantic-aware communication for AR application or augmented reality. And you know that there are many AR applications in the metaverse domain, which include interactive gaming, virtual meetings, virtual gyms, and remote control applications. And these applications usually possess a very rich amount of data, and you can imagine there are some animated avatar as well. For these data, it will need to transmit avatars or point clouds or model mesh, which will be a massive amount of data, and our network cannot support such a high bandwidth. And how to realize and provide a seamless experience for this kind of application is something we need to solve in the 6G. And if you look at the traditional communication framework for AR, we are mainly looking at transmitting the point clouds. And these point clouds are generated from those 3D videos. And these point clouds are usually in big size and will introduce a lot of delay, and we cannot support such an amount of real-time interactions, for example, for avatar-based applications. And recently, there are new works on semantic communication where they look at for example, text, the similarity of the text, the meaning of the text, of the speech, or the importance of the image, and how to actually achieve a good semantic performance from the meaning perspective. However, until now, there is no framework that focuses on solving the task-oriented semantic communication for various data, and here especially for the AR data. And if you look at the traditional point cloud communication framework, usually you have an avatar. Here is a dancing avatar, and then it will generate the point clouds through the Unity, and then it will go through the point cloud downsampling method, and then it will go through the wireless communication. On the receiver side, we have the point cloud upsampling, and then the rendering at the receiver side. And in such cases, we can see there are a big problem with the point cloud, where usually one avatar requires 15,000 point clouds representations, and each frame need to be refreshed less than 10 millisecond latency to achieve a satisfactory quality of experience. And how to do that? We cannot use the conventional point cloud transmission, and here we propose a task-oriented and semantic-aware communication framework, where it includes several parts. It has the base knowledge. I will talk about what's the base knowledge extracted from the avatar at the start, and then you will have a semantic information extracted from the transmitter, and then sent over the wireless channel through optimized way, and then at the receiver side, we render the avatar at the receiver. And here we look at the avatar-centric conferencing or gaming AR applications. For the first one, if you look at the base knowledge, it usually includes the background model, avatar model, skeleton graph, and this information has to be shared at the start of the transmission, so that we know what kind of base knowledge we needed for recreating those environments. And then in the second step, well, we use the semantic information extractor. Of course, we still go through the downsampling to reduce the number of point clouds you send. And most importantly, here we are looking dancing avatar. So we actually use the semantic extraction to, the semantic information is defined as the skeleton of the movement of the dancing avatar, because for such an application, the avatar is moving quickly and the background knowledge is not changing. So the semantic information has to be updated with the movement of the dancing avatar. And then in order to extract this skeleton information of the avatar, we propose this semantics aware network, and it actually helps to extract the semantics and capture the movement of the avatar. And in order to define it in different ways, we want to know which semantic information is most effective. So you can either use the position or quaternion rotation or Euler angle rotation as two ways to extract their semantic information. And we correspondingly call it a TASA method and the ETASA method. ETASA method is a Euler method, and these two can be converted based on the equation 9, where you have the angle change between the position and the Caroline rotation. And building on this extracted information, which is skeleton, we will be able to develop an avatar-based semantic ranking algorithm that integrates the evaluation of the semantic information relationship, and how important to the task. And here, remember, the task is recovering this avatar at the receiver side with a good quality of experience. So it is important to prioritize those more important semantic information for optimal transmission over better quality. And we actually transfer the skeleton of the avatar into the graph, and we evaluate the nodes of the graph based on the relationship here. And then we integrate this algorithm with the channel state information of the wireless channel so that we can give higher weights to those important semantic information. And at the receiver side, we have the base knowledge already transmitted at the start of the video. And then at the avatar side, receiver side, we just need to continuously render from the received skeleton information and then recreate the avatar in real time. And by combining the method we proposed for the avatar-based semantic ranking algorithm along with the transmission, the semantic information extraction method, we integrated as the easy TASA scheme. So we have 3 schemes where we propose, and we will show that we want to minimize the difference between the semantic information transmission from the transmitter and the receiver side. And if we individually look at how accurate we extract the semantic information, we can see that we can extract with high accuracy from the spider's convolution neural network performance compared with other performance almost 96%. And this will be the semantic extraction block facilitated by the spider CNN. And then we compare the mean per joint position error because this can be used to evaluate the avatar pose error in geometry from X, Y axis and the C axis. And we can see that we can achieve much lower error for our proposed 3 method compared with the red line point cloud traditional method, especially with the higher SNR, where the channel becomes more reliable, we actually can achieve much less error. And if we look at the communication delay, especially the wireless communication part, the blue one is the wireless communication part consume the time. It actually reduce almost more than 95% of the communication time compared to point cloud transmission. And the semantic extraction and post recovery at the transmitter and the receiver does not consume that much time. And this shows those great performance in reducing the latency if we use the task-oriented semantic aware approach. And at the end, we eventually want to look at the PSNR value because it reveals the color difference of the AR displaying scenery between the transmitter and the receiver. And we see that our black line easy TASA scheme integrate both the effectiveness level performance and the semantic level performance achieve the best performance. And the last, I would like to show you a video of what we done in our lab, where we have the real-time dancing avatar, where we're extracting the point clouds, and then you can see that now we have skeletons. And then at the receiver side, we have the post recovery. And if you have the avatar, the skeleton of the avatar moves, if the position changes, the skeleton will change accordingly. And we can see that if we look at just the rotation information, the skeleton moves. And the last one, we compare the performance between the traditional point cloud as well as the proposed method. And traditional point cloud method have a very exotic performance in the low SNR region. And you can see that in the low SNR region, the avatar is very blurred compared with at the receiver side in the high SNR region. And if we look at our performance of the task-oriented semantic-aware communication performance, our proposed scheme performance is shown here. And the task scheme already display some big distortion. And our e-TASA scheme is based on the Euro angle, has a less distortion because we have just based on the angle, and the difference in the arrow doesn't make so big difference. And the last one, easy TASA scheme, is our optimized scheme in both levels, and it achieves the optimal accurate representation at the receiver side. And that's the end of my presentation, and thanks so much.
Thank you. Let's give applause for Prof. Yan Sadeng from UK. It's very, very wide spread of communication field, right? The first
Yeah.
one we have SAR, yeah, from satellite to now is from Yan Sadeng, the applications of wireless communication inside how we can perceive. Yeah, electrical engineering is very wide. Communication, telecommunication as well is very wide field. And now, from the last speaker, last but not the least, yes, from Huawei, how the telecommunications in the futures become a threat or become advantage for us, taking the advantage from the technology. It's from Huawei. His cybersecurity and privacy officer has been in the field, yeah, the business more than 20 years. So the experience of Mr. Sarbeni has in this field is very, very good. And I would like to welcome him now to speak for us for the threat, how the communication is applicable in the future, and how the security is involved in that technology. I give time to Mr. Sarbeni. Let's give him applause. The slide, or let's committee please have the slide. So yeah. No. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. It's an honor for me to sharing in this ICT conference, especially after all the distinguished speakers sharing a lot related with the how's the technology trend, and also how is impact a lot on our implementations. But on top of that, is allow me from Huawei Indonesia, seeing from the industrial insight, especially as the Huawei Indonesia cybersecurity and privacy officers, to seeing that in current moments is how we're facing the cybersecurity trend and challenge with international best practice. As in current moment is Huawei have been operate more than 170 countries, and also been operate more than 30 years. So to hope that through today's sharing industrial insight, we can see also another angle of the technologies. One side is we have the technology trend and development, but in other side is how we seeing the threats or the risk that might be appear with the development of the technology itself. May we go for the next page, please? Okay, as we realize together also that we are entering the digital connected intelligent world. So there are three things that we want to refresh back again during this digital connected intelligent era, where all the things is shifting from the physical world to the digital world. Means that all the thing is sensing, and not only shifting from the digital world, but also all the things is become much more connected each other. Yeah. Aside of the digital connectivity, is actually this connectivity also built according to the intelligence. So these three keywords, will bring us a lot of the implementations, opportunities, applications. And we realize also that to entering the digital world, that the ICT, ICT infrastructures, the connectivity, the broadband, the data center, the cloud computing, big data, IoT, AI become the foundation, strong foundations to make it happen. And we can see also, please go to the next page. Yeah, that's from the next page, please. From the industry side. Next page. Okay, we could see that the industry revolution is never stop. As we see at the beginning, from the first industrial revolutions, from the steam engine, electricity, information technology, till now is coming to the intelligent technology. This all bring also affect the impact, huge impact to the global macro trend. Yeah, we can see also how the new growth of the digital economy. And we can see also is now is a lot of the city running with the smart city concept, including the Indonesia new capital city plan itself is going to build according to the smart city concept. And we can see also that how the industry running, a lot of the digital transformation runnings in industries. And not only for that part, is the, including how to bring up the better consumer experience. So we could see that all the developments, this one is bring much more complexity. And the next page, in summary, we want to highlight that a lot of the new technologies that appear in the cloudifications, network virtualizations, AI, 5G, IoT, we do believe it will bring up a lot of the opportunities. The cloudifications enables resource sharings and service platform transform from the closed platform to open platform. AI and big data is also power the depth mining of the informations, and the mobile networks itself and sensor help us achieve the high density interconnections. Lot of the opportunities bring up by the appearance of the new technology developments. But in other side, we also realize that there are a lot of the new challenges appear over there. Yeah. By the cloudification, the traditional boundaries for protections become increasingly blurred. Yeah. And the data processing is more complex, and the risk of the data leaks is increasing, as we can see recently. And the attack surface is larger and vulnerability are increasing. That's why in the World Economic Forum Global Risk Report, it concludes one of the top 10 global risks put the cyber attacks and data frauds are among the top 10 global risks. Next page, please. And we can see also, next page. Yeah, so we can see also what's the trend. What's the trend? Yeah, might be we can say that might be we can rely on some supplier, trusted supplier, but the facts shown different. We can see from this figure there are some record summary or history how the supply chain attack happened, and then also the increase of the ransomware attacks, the DDoS attacks, and also the risk of the vulnerability. And moreover, more seriously, such kind of the attack is also attack the critical information infrastructures. That's why last year is also the Indonesia, through the presidential decree number 82 year 2022, we can see that regulatory or government being paid much more important, not only into the public sector but also the critical information infrastructures. And in fact, we cannot see that this one is trust. We can rely on the trusted suppliers. So what's the concept? What we're going to understand on it is actually the next page. We believe, the next page, please. We believe the cybersecurity only can be encountered through the shared responsibility. We need to work together. How the governments develop the legislations and regulations and implement end-to-end supervisions, and work together with the standards organizations. How to define the requirement? What's the standards of the security? What's the best practice we can apply? And how's the service provider and operator can build and operate a secure and resilient network ICT solutions? And from the ICT suppliers, how the innovations keep continue and develop the secure products, and solutions with the security process end to end. And also, for sure, the business citizen also how to comply with the law regulations and follow the best practice So through these collaborations, we do hope that we have a strong public-private collaborations to enhance, to encounter the cyber security challenge by the best practice and the standards and build up the ecosystem, the compliance. Next, let's take a look is how the 5G security ecosystem practice on the cyber security. We can see also the GSMA, the ITU, the 3GPP, they work together with all the operators, the vendors, and then also the state members and so on for this one. Once the 5G coming, one side we seeing a lot of the use case can be used through the 5G technology. But another side is the another aspects that the research also working on how the threats and the risk analysis in it. And it I categorized 17 threats into more than 16 risk analysis. Now through this risk analysis, make the document working group work more deeply, is output more than 3,500 documents to showing how to enhance, how to facing the 5G security challenge. And from those analyses, we can come out with the unified security assurance. We call it with the specifications and also the assurance schemes, CAS and NISAS. That's the way how the private public cooperation collaborate together to come out the unified security standards. And next, and then let's to see, we want to share a bit this how our business practice on it. How's the industry practice on it? First is we put the zero trust, because we see from the background that we realize that the threats and the risk might be happen everywhere and anywhere. So we need to keep build up the zero trust policies to ensure our product verifications is keep running, and then all technologies and corporate cultures built on the security. And then next, and we realize also that the trustworthiness need to be based on the fact, and this fact need to be can be verified. And verification mechanism, we need to have some standards, unified common standards. That's why we identified that we need to have the product security standards. And then we follow also the management system standard security. And not only to follow compliance of the security standards, but how to actively improve security standard itself. Become a part of the organizations and contribute much more. Next. And we realize also that if we're talking related to the security, for sure that going to involve into we call it the PPT, people, process, and technology. So how to ensure the industries, involve all the end-to-end process from the strategy, governance, from the standards and the process, from road and regulations, how to equip the people in human resource, until the verifications and the audit itself. So the whole end-to-end process need to build up integrated inside. Next. And during the product security, when we develop our product security, we need to put the security by design, security by the requirement, security development, testing, and implementations, and we define into the product security baseline. Finally, on the next page, we just want to conclude this principle of our building a secure and trustworthy intelligent world. Next page, please. We call it with the ABC principle. Next page. Very simple to remember. This is our understanding from the industry, how we build a secure, trustworthy, intelligent world is ABC. First is the assume nothing. That we do believe that trustworthiness or the build a secure, intelligent world is need to be built based on the fact. Then this fact is also need to be can be verified. And to verify it, we need to have the common unified standards. And the next one, the B, is the believe no one. What we mean with the believe no one is what our understanding is actually is the things, the threats, the risk might be happen everywhere, anywhere, from anyone. So we need to go with the C, check everything. And finally, we realize that the threat will never stop. So we also will never stop. We need to keep put the cybersecurity and user privacy not only become the important part, but it's become the top priority. And we know also that threats are keep increasing and no one is immune. We can see on the background in previous page. So we need to keep aware on by build the zero trust approach. And the cybersecurity is not the single entity responsibility. This is the shared responsibility. We need to keep enhance our public-private cooperations on it. and how to build the common understanding through the common standards. And finally, we do hope that to build the trust, and this trust, we believe this one is supposed to be by the facts, and these facts must be verifiable. And we do hope we can communicate much more to have the same understanding or the common understanding in terms of the unified security standards. So that's all. End of my presentations. Maybe we can discuss much more later on. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would like to welcome all of us once again with a big applause to all our keynote speakers. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sarbeni. Yeah, I think all of us already listened to our keynote speakers. The very wide applications of telecommunication, yeah, from synthetic aperture radar to augmented reality in application of 5G, and then to the security problems that we may face in 5G applications. Right now, we are facing the bright future, actually. But instead of the bright future we also have to consider several things. How we can approach every technology as we have already our theme, yeah, next generation communication for digital inclusion and universal access. So all of this, yeah, is correlated and integrated, connected. Yeah, we always talk about 5G, but we never actually, yeah, understand, is it related or is it applicable in our current situation or in the future? Yeah, especially in Indonesia, 5G is not really common. Yeah, but this is the technology that we are facing. We are hoping that this technology is applicable in this design technology. Okay, now I open they're like two sessions, sorry, two sessions of Q&A session. I will welcome three questions from the audience as well as from the audience in the Zoom link. I hope the committee already put some link to submit some questions, and I will welcome three questions, three people who would like to ask for Professor Josaphat, Professor Yansa, and also for Mr. Sarbeni. Just raise your hand to ask the questions, or from the Zoom as well. I will welcome too. If you cannot write down your questions, I welcome you directly ask by raise your hand in the Zoom. Okay, three questions. Who would like to raise your hand? Okay, okay, one, another two. Okay, this one first. Let's, yeah, the microphone please. You can give the questions for all the keynotes or for the specific.
Yeah, I would like to address my questions to Professor Yosafat and also Yan Sadeng, Dr. Yan Sadeng from King's College actually. So in terms of Professor Yosafat's presentations is about the integrated sensing and communications. We have a very big challenges actually how to perform the resolutions itself for the sensings while maintaining the communications performance still instead actually. So the questions is how you deal actually about the beam bandwidth management actually in terms of performing the high resolutions of sensings in terms of your applications, but also maintaining the communication sites intact. And for Dr. Jan Sadeng's, the same questions, but to the augmented reality is about the high resolutions and also the pixelizations actually. So in terms of the 5G and 6G, we also have the bandwidth management, actually the problem about the resource allocation itself. So the resource allocations means that when you do the channel modeling and everything, you have to also make sure that you can perform a very high bandwidth, but also we have the limited regulatory bandwidth from our country itself, especially in the UK. You cannot like have more than 400 megahertz bandwidth allocations. So how can you deal with that for your applications? Thank you.
Yeah. First questions. I think you can directly answer, Prof. Josaphat and Prof.
Yeah.
Yarta.
Okay,
I
thank
give
you very
time
much.
first
Yeah.
to Professor Josaphat first.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for nice question. Yeah. First is about the how to dealing the bandwidth. Yeah. For the bandwidth itself is we consider about the, for example, for the L band. Yes, we you know it is ITU for the Earth observation is I think about maximum is 28 megahertz. Yeah. We of course we can develop the system that is very large, yes, large bandwidth, but we try to consider about the rule, yes, internationally, especially from the Earth observation. Okay, L band is about 28 megahertz. For the resolution is our target is about some meter, resolution. And the other one is for the C-band. Yes, for the C-band itself is we operated the system with the bandwidth is maximum bandwidth is 400 megahertz. To get the ground resolution is 7.5 centimeter. Of course, we can do with the bandwidth is 1 gigahertz. Like now is my student already solved that from the C-band is the bandwidth is 1 gigahertz. Yes, it is. We can realize when the ground resolution is about 10 centimeter. And for the X-band, yes, it is the bandwidth is 800 megahertz. Yeah, for the resolution is about 10 centimeter. And for the K-band, yes, K-band is it is more larger. Yeah, we can realize with 1.5 gigahertz. Yeah, when the resolution is some centimeter on the ground. Yeah. So why we do for the high frequency? Because the high frequency is not so many people or institution use this frequency for the Earth observation. So now why we move to the K band on the KU or KA band? Yes, because we want to try use this one, and to avoid the interference, yes, with the some of the system, especially in Indonesia. So why we use the circular polarization? Because circular version is different polarization, yes, with the compared to the linear polarization. And for the telecommunication itself, right now is we use for the stratosphere platform and for our microsatellite using the S-band. Yes, S-band for command and telemetry, and for the downlink of the data is the X-band. But we also consider using the Ka band, yes, for the high-speed telecommunication. And now we develop the drone. Yes, it's not use the S on the X or K band, but we also now consider using the 5G and 6G. I hope next year we can do the experiment in Indonesia at Papua, at the Biak, and also at the Morotai. Yes, using the 5G and 6G telecommunication system. But I think this one is not no problem with the Indonesian regulation. Yeah. Thank you very much. Maybe could answer the question. Yeah.
Thank you, Prof. Josaphat. Is it clear enough? Yes. Okay. From Professor Yansa, is it also the bandwidth applications in your field?
Yeah, thank you for your question. I totally agree with you. Like for the future, not only just AR, but VR, virtual reality, metaverse, this kind of application requires very high bandwidth and as well as the low latency. And that's why in my work, I have been focusing on achieving, performance requirements for that. Instead of just optimizing, the bandwidth using AI optimization way or giving different band, if we have a dense network, it's really hard to support massive number of AR VR users in the same geographic area. So instead of just continuously increase the capacity based on the Shannon theory, that's why we are looking at how to look at semantic and task-oriented approach, because you are reducing the bandwidth by sending only relevant information instead of sending all the information of high resolution video, avatar which actually is transferred to point clouds. Even for radar sensing, all this they can convert it to point cloud, and this point cloud is very high dimension, and you cannot send all of them. Even after downsampling, it's still very quite large. So what you do is you have to kind of find the important information to the task that you are perform. Either it's interaction or is it visual experience, extracting those important information where we call semantic or importance of the or context of the data and send over the network. And that's why in our one of the example I presented there, the communication delay is much reduced. The data you are sending is also substantially reduced because you are not sending the whole point cloud, but you are sending the skeleton of the moving avatars, and the base knowledge shared just once. You don't need to continuously update. You just need to update whenever there's a change of the environment. And such cases will enable a very efficient usage of the bandwidth. Thank you. Hopefully this answers your question.
It's actually the people. So there are two things that we need to keep continuously to emphasize: how to enhance the people from the basic things. The basic things. Why is it the awareness? Awareness firstly. That's why we have the ABC principle, because we need to keep build up the zero trust. In the digital connected intelligent era, a lot of the possibility might be happen. So we need to keep set up our awareness that the attack or the threats or the risk might be happen everywhere, anywhere, from anyone. This is the first one. And the second one is for sure is to enhance or strengthening the public-private cooperations. Like we had been did before, Huawei together with the IT Dell, with the Poltech SSN, BSSN, work together to continuously to make the explorations or the research, how to seeing the aspects of the technology development from the use case implementations, and also what kind of the risk or the threats that might be bring up together with the advantage of the technology. Yeah, and at the same time, make the comprehensive analysis, how's the policy, how's the governance can be regulate or can be designed to cope such kind of the challenge. So I do believe that in principle, in summary, actually is the shared responsibility related with the cybersecurity need to be keep enhanced. And through today forum conference discussions, I do hope we can discuss much more, and then we can collaborate more for this one. I think that's one of what I can say.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sharbani. I give one more chance, yeah, to the audience from the Zoom. Is it already on the Zoom? Okay. I'm sorry for everyone in the Zoom. Yeah, we lost connected from you in a minute, and we already online again. I give one more questions, yeah, to the committee, please. The microphone to the questioners. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for the chance to ask the question. I have question about the security. The first one is since Pak Sarbeni is talking about zero trust, and while we are not we are, I guess, are the tenants of the cloud. As a tenant of the cloud, they should think about zero trust too, right? So how do you convince the tenants to trust the cloud provider, because they don't know anything about what happened inside the cloud? But since thinking about security, we you shouldn't trust anybody, right? Say ABC. So how do you handle this this concept of zero trust to the tenants? Okay, the first question, and then the second question is actually to the Dr. Yan Sadeng. It's about when I saw the presentation, augmented reality is similar to metaverse, right?
Yes,
and then
yes.
I would like to know the future of the metaverse, and then also about the security, because how is the security inside the metaverse? Maybe the speakers or can answer the question, and then also for the Professor Josaphat. Since Professor Josaphat is researching about radar, drone, and then satellite, I would like to know, do we able to monitor our country, our land? This is about land security as a nation.
Yeah.
Since I heard that we are actually, as a nation, could not monitor our areas, our territory. So maybe Pak Josaphat can inform us what is actually happening in the territory security. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's a complex questions. Okay, just one question.
Yeah. Thank you, moderator. I have one question that I can combine to all of the speakers. Yeah, since we understand now our government trying to use Starlink technology. Yeah, from Elon Musk. It's also used a satellite, and then I think is actually is fit to our team. Yeah, house for digital inclusion and universal access, because the Starlink is to go to the rural area, pedestrian and etc. But the problem in the other side, yeah, we will face the security matters. Yeah, of course, security matters, and then our data integrity. So maybe probably our data, our government data will go abroad, yeah, to the United States. So I will ask to Pak Josh, is it possible, yeah, to replace, yeah, our own technology instead of using Starlink, Elon Musk technology? Yeah. So what can we do to to catch up, and then we can substitute their technology, and for how long maybe, yeah, in our capability. And then for Pak Sarbini, I also have a question, awareness about the situation right now in Indonesia. I think currently we are not facing about the thief, but we are facing about somebody trying to imitating something, right? Our population now facing the WhatsApp group, Facebook, etc. Maybe that's the problem now in security, not the direct stealing, but how to phishing something. So is there anything that vendor maybe think how to overcome this situation, right? Because it will affect not us, maybe our critical thinking is already good, is already over there, but the problem is to the older population. They don't know who send them the message, right? And then they will try to think, oh, that's their son, or etc. Maybe vendor has a solution to that. And then also for Yansha, thank you very much, Dr. Yansha. My question is, we are talking about 6G. You already introduced us with the 6G. But the problem now in our country, even 5G, yeah, is maybe Huawei can talk about this later. We face a problem, right? I mean, how to implement this one? What is the case study? What's the use case for this 5G? Maybe we'll also have the problem with the 6G. Maybe you already mentioned about augmented reality, but how to make these products very close to population, to people? That's my question. Thank you.
Okay. Very compact, yeah, questions. I give the chance first to Dr. Yansa to answer the questions.
Okay, thanks for the question. I will start with the metaverse question. I think AR, VR, they are all equipment connected with the network as part of metaverse. And the metaverse, you can imagine, will create a virtual world, and you have the physical world. And in the physical world, it will have robotics, it will have drones, all these autonomous vehicles, AR, VR, sensors, machines. All these devices will connect it and deliver the data to the network. And the network will create kind of metaverse, and you can use different devices to access to the metaverse. It can be a screen, invisible screen. It can be, AR, VR devices. It can be your phone, everything that will have emerging devices that support those experience from the metaverse. And the data sharing will be very frequent because it's dynamic. So all the data is updated in real time. It's interaction. For example, if you want to wear an AR glass and operate a robotic over the seas, it will need to be updated frequently. The latency is a problem. The data rate is a problem. And all this metaverse is actually one of the focus in the many of the EU project and the UK project as well. And we are trying to use having the 6G support those applications. Of course, right now, as Danny mentioned, we still have problems with 5G, and especially the first slides I show is 5G for AR presented by Qualcomm, and they said they will achieve these applications in 5G, but they didn't, right? 5G didn't support those, latency, all these requirements. So we are continuously making improvement in the 6G in order to solve these issues. I mean, the 5G, inherently, all the problems are not solving in 5G. We'll need to go to 6G as well. And already you see the standardization. And if you look at the UK project, they have kicked off the 6G project starting from recent years. And one of the things you mentioned about the Starlink, actually the Starlink, is mentioned as a part of the non-terrestrial and the terrestrial network integration. And you can see there are some coming projects in EU looking at integration of terrestrial and non-terrestrial network. They look at how to provide good coverage for like drones, airplanes, different kinds of machines flying in the sky. So and coverage for rural area, etc. So those challenges are not solved, and the security problems are even not so well solved. And the integration between the network is already a big problem, right? If we somehow integrate them into the network which controlled by a country, that is safe, but we haven't realized this yet. It's still in the research stage, and I think in the 2025 there will be more standardization related to this coming out. I think that's all the questions I have remembered, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you for Dr. Yansa. The next questions, I think it will be provide the answer by Prof. Josh. I give the time, Prof. Josh.
Okay, thank you very much for two questions. First is about the land security. Yeah, of course, yes. You can use my technology. Yes, last time is I also proposed to the Ministry of the BPN. Yes, Marskal Hadi about how to mapping. Yes, mapping our Indonesia is we have the target until 2024. Yes, basically, using my technology, we can mapping. Yes, you can get the map of Indonesia with the the scale of 1 to 5,000. Yes, it is possible, and you can observe 24 hours, and every second is you can get the data of Indonesia is 24 scene. Yeah, it is my technology. Yeah, and it is have the relation with the question from Dr. Denny. Yeah, about the Starlink itself. Yeah, of course, yes, we must consider about the security and so on. Yes, Starlink is you can access any place, anytime. Yes, but like you mentioned, yes, about the data, because in Indonesia is about the privacy data, and also the government data is not guard well. So in this case, like mentioned by the third keynote speaker, it is about how to consider about the security data in Indonesia. Yes. So in this case, yes, it's good. Yes, you can use the Starlink technology, but you must also consider. In my case, I'm always recommend to use our own technology. Yeah, so in cases our original and only one technology. Yeah, so why I develop my own technology and the hubs. Yeah, you can fly anytime, and you can get the data anytime in whole of the Indonesia area. Yeah, and it's not just for the telecommunication. Like we consider using the 5G and 6G, but you can also for the Earth observation. Yes, you can put also the sensor. Like no, I also propose for the Japanese government. Yeah, and tomorrow is the interview. Yeah, I hope we can realize this one. First is in Japan is okay, no problem. But in the future, is we want to spread to whole on the world. Yeah, it's not on the Earth, but we also consider from the moon and also from the Mars telecommunication. So in this cases, yes, we can consider from the future, technology. Yes, fortunately, I'm also one of the leader from the IEEE instrumentation and future technology. So in this cases, let's, consider our own technology. Yes, I hope in Institute of Technology Dell also can consider your own technology. Yes, for the telecommunication and Earth observation. Yeah, for the real-time observation is and also real-time telecommunication above of the Toba area. Yes, like maybe I mentioned in we consider our new research center. Yes, from the Toba Research Center and Innovation. Yes, I hope we can realize this one and we can also start our own technology and Toba. Yeah. Okay, maybe
Okay.
it's yeah the answer for Pak
Thank you,
Denny.
Prof. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's very compact also. Yeah, the answers is very clear. I think the last keynote to answer the question.
Okay, thank you, Pak Indra, and thank you, Pak Jo and Pak Denny for the questions. It's very deep questions, and might be need some comprehensive response on it. And we do believe that. I just want to highlight one things regarding the security as the shared responsibility, how to facing the technology. For example, that we have now is cloud, and also aside of security, now we also facing also another concerns related with the data privacy. So I just want to say that actually is the GSMA also released the layer responsibility model. This layer responsibility model is almost similar in all the technology implementations. A few weeks ago, I also attended the digital energy sector. And then the digital energy sector, when they're talking about the cybersecurity, they're also using the same reference of the layer. And then also, as we seen in the 5G, in the cloud, they also almost using the similar layer. What I mean is actually is during my presentation, I'm highlight how important is the standards. What's the relations of the standards into the layer responsibility because of the each of the layers. We call it with the network equipment layers as the bottom layer. And then this network going to be operate. We call it with the operations layer. Normally the operator will take run responsibility for this part. And not only for the network equipment and the operations layers, but actually finally this network infrastructure is going to be used in the applications layer. So at least already have a 3 layers. And then each of the layer, they have their own specific standard security. For example, we have the cloud security assurance, yes, with the CACM model. We have the network equipment security assurance schemes and the SCAS. And then in the operations layer, we also have the ISO 27001 to information management system, and each of the applications, yeah, in the health, smart health, in the smart transportation, smart energy, smart education, all this have the specific standards going to be referred to. This is the first one, and the second one is actually is this standards going to be become reference of the each layer, how they're trying to protect. Yeah, their environment, the infrastructure environment to be keep secure. But finally, statistics shown from this process, most of the from the technology, after we equip the technology with the advanced, yes, one side we equip the use case and the implementations, the functions or the implementation of the technology itself. And then is in other side is we also equip how to ensure the technology also bring up the security inside. But finally, more than 80% cases happen on the security and also the data breach, mostly coming from the people itself. So I think this is another what we can do. The next is actually this is the correct directions. I think yes, the government create a lot of the regulations, including in the past few years, we see also the lot of the regulations released with the not only for the cyber security crisis management. Yeah, also have the related with the critical information infrastructures, also related the personal data protections, and the latest by this year also released related with the national cyber security strategy. So a lot of regulations are released, a lot of the standards is keep produced and updating with the latest versions of the standards. But finally, we found the statistics, most of the case happen is cause of the people, even more than 80%. So I do believe the next steps, we need to keep continuously to build up this awareness and capabilities. Yeah, not only awareness, but more deep capabilities through the capability certifications. And recently also the BSSN through their directorate, their department is also working together with the ecosystem, working also to build up the competence standards of the people. So not only the technology standards, but finally we need to also realize that the people where the become the most of the might say is the potential where the cybersecurity risk or the data privacy risk might be happens. We need to enhance by two sides, the awareness, and then also of course we need to continue for propaganda, and then also another one is related to how to build up the capability talents for this domain. I do believe in Indonesia in current moment we still lack of it, but I do believe with a lot of the current concerns on it, a lot of the program running on it. This is my feedback on it. Do hope can answering the questions. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, it's getting heated the discussion, right? Usually.
And I'm sorry, I forgot because it's just now the moderator mentioned related with the gifts. So actually, I also prepared 3 gifts for the first 3 questions. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the latter will get the gift, yeah, from the Mr. Sarveni. Usually, yeah, the discussion is getting heated at the end of the sessions. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, this is actually our time is up. I would like to conclude our session with because after all of discussion, all of this session, I think all of the researchers in the world, all of us in this conference get the big pictures. How is the actually telecommunication involved in every situation, yeah, in our life. So that's why the field of we are capable of involving, yeah, how to make new innovation, yeah, it's very wide and it's very open for us in the future. So instead of fearing about the implementation of 5G, 6G, the threat, and all of the security problems, I think for us is to prepare ourselves to face the new technology, to face everything that comes to us with the preparation in ourselves, yeah, as the main weakness of this technology, right? But we have to prepare as become our strength, yeah, the strength to implement it, the new technology. So to close this sessions, I would like to give thanks and applause for every keynote speakers. Let's give them a big applause. Thank you, Prof. Yosafat and Prof. Yansa Deng. We hope to see you soon in Toba. Yeah, and we would
Thank you
like
very
to,
much. Yeah.
get to know Lake Toba, to Dr. Yansa as well. We
you.
are waiting for you in Toba, okay? Yeah, and then to all of us in the Zoom link as well, yeah, we are waiting for you in Toba, yeah. Hopefully the next year, then the next occasion we will get to meet. And then before we close these sessions, I would like us to take a picture together. Yeah, can we do it also in the Zoom link and then take screenshot or something? Okay, I would like to, yeah. Okay, I would like to invite Mr. Shalbreni and then in the front here, so we can take picture together with. Okay.
Okay, on the
Okay, I will give time first to the MC.
Okay, on this special occasion, we will present some token of appreciations. We invite the ICT chairperson, Mr. Denny Lumbantoruan, and Mr. Indra Tambunan to give the token of appreciation to Mr. Sharbeni from Huawei Indonesia and Mrs. Ertania Sitorus from Mandiri.
Yeah, thank you, Pak Sarbeni. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Yansha and also Prof. Yosafat, yeah, for your times. I believe Dr. Yansha now 2 AM in London, yeah. Thank you very much for your time. Yeah,
3 AM.
I wish you could be here today, yeah, but maybe later, next year.
Next time. Yeah, next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, next time let's talk about 6G in Toba. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also to Pak Yosafat, thank you very much, Pak Josh, for
Thank
your
you very
time.
much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, my
I wish
apologize
to
could not
be here
come.
now, but maybe later. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
talk about TOBA Center and Innovation.
Innovation. Yeah.
TOBA Center, TOBA Research and Innovation Center. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
We will
Yeah.
talk to this kind of research center later with Pak Professor
Yeah, Professor. Yeah.
Pasaribu. He's
Yeah,
here
Pastor.
now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, to Professor.
Maybe if you
Yeah,
have a
Bonar.
time later, 10:30, we can discuss it.
Okay.
If you have a
Yeah.
time later.
Yeah. Thank you, Bonar.
Please, Bu. So today we will give a token appreciation. I wish you could be here, Dr. Yansa and Professor Yosabat, so we can give you as well, but maybe later. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to the next agenda, we will take some photos together. We invite all on-site participants to come forward and all participants to turn the camera on. To all on-site participants, we invite you to come forward. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Check. Ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to the next agenda, we'll be having a 15-minute break. At this time, you can greet and meet each other while enjoying the refreshment provided. The program will resume with first parallel session at 5 past 10 in the designated rooms. All participants are kindly requested to make their way to the assigned rooms before the session begins. Ladies and gentlemen, before we move on to the next agenda, we'll be having a 15-minute break. At this time, you can greet and meet each other while enjoying the refreshment provided. The program will resume with first parallel session at 5 past 10 in the designated rooms. All participants are kindly requested to make their way to the assigned rooms before the session begins.